I guess it's time to jump to a section we'd like to call the Gaming Frontier Sub Ultra Quick Random Interview. This is the segment of the show where the host of the episode anchors asks a question to the co-host, to the other person, to the other one of us. This is a question, in this case, it's a question I'm going to ask Guillermo, and he doesn't have a single clue of what I am going to ask.
That's right.
So this is going to be interesting. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm not, because I don't have a question written. What should I ask
We're so prepared.
We are so prepared.
To be hosts.
You can see that we spend every night before the recording this just writing down the script and preparing the topics.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Not.
I got a question. I got a good one.
All right.
So the question is, what is your most unpopular gaming opinion? An example. Yeah, an example. Maybe I say Yoshi's Woolly World is better than Yoshi's Island on the Super NES.
Oh.
Like almost nobody would agree with that statement, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what
is that true though?
No.
Okay.
No. But I would say that it's on par, which is also unpopular. Yeah. But what would your unpopular gaming opinion be?
Oh man, that's a very good question. That's actually a very, very good question.
And we have some time today, so you can
think
have
hard on it.
You can have some minutes to think about it.
Jesus Christ! Oh man,
A really unpopular, something that you are sure people will not agree with. All right?
You're throwing me to the sharks. You want me to get in and up in the comments. I don't. Let me think, because that's a very good one, but it's also a very tough one.
Yeah.
An unpopular opinion. Jesus.
Yeah, there are quite a few I can think about, but the most unpopular that's a tough one.
Jeez. God damn it. All right. Give me a second.
Mario Tennis on the Virtual Boy is the best Mario Tennis game.
Jesus. Oh, I think I have one. Let me think if there's any other, because I think this is, knowing me, this would be a pretty obvious one to say.
Okay. New Super Mario Bros. U is better than Super Mario World.
Zelda.
I'm lying, guys. Like, this is
not
not the case.
absolutely.
I'm just throwing out stuff.
Zelda 2 is the best Zelda there is out there.
No. Actually, there are Zelda 2 fans.
I'm not saying it's a. No, yeah, I'm saying it's a bad game. I'm sorry, guys. Zelda 2 it's not great. It's not great. There's so many flaws in that game. Yeah. But that's not even that unpopular.
It's the worst Zelda game, I think. So.
Absolutely. Of the Zelda games, of the Zelda franchise, absolutely, it's the worst one.
Without not counting the CDI.
Right, yeah, absolutely. All right. I think I have one that to this day, I still embrace and support with my heart. Okay. And even though I know it's no longer going to happen, it's no longer going to be a thing in the future. Okay. But I'm still a very big supporter of the Kinect, as a technology.
That's a great one.
Yes. And I know people all over the gaming industry and all over the gaming world and players out there, they hate Kinect. But, the things that Kinect can do, and it will no longer happen because it's that ship already sailed, right? It's already way gone. The Scorpio and what was that?
I think it was my computer.
Right. Yeah. Scorpio and DS, they don't have the proprietary connection for Kinect anymore. That's how much Microsoft has forgotten about Kinect. Or not forgotten, but have put that behind them. But looking at Kinect and seeing all the potential that thing had, and I understand that Kinect 1.0, the first one, was still very rough around the edges. It wasn't the best system in terms of technology, but Kinect 2.0 was an amazing thing, and I mean that because I'm a mechatronics engineer.
Yeah.
And so I got to work several times with Kinect 2.0 in applications that are entirely different from gaming, right? In applications that just entirely different, right? Engineering applications and things that dealt with 3D spacing and movement in 3D and things like if you had say think of a Roomba of the little robo cleaning thingies that go around your house and do stuff like that. Kinect is so powerful that the you could create something like that and something even more impressive and more in terms of spatial recognition, something amazing. I don't have something in mind that I can share because they were all projects, right, for school projects, but capabilities of the system were immense and were huge. I mean, the thing, at least theoretically, was supposed to be able to recognize not just body shapes or movements, was also able to recognize face shapes and, should be able to process and relatively accurately tell you if you were stressed or if you were happy or angry or exasperated or sad or tired or a whole range of emotions. And we're dealing with emotions, right? And that's just by facial recognition. It was able to recognize you. We already knew that, and we use that fairly often. It was able to sense the amount or the heat of your body, right? It had thermal recognition systems. It had a lot of systems that could be used to do some very cool and very innovative things. And at the beginning of the generation, when the PS4, the base PS4 came out and the base Xbox One came out, the one thing and one of the main factors that really pushed me over, aside from being a long Xbox fan from my whole time with the Xbox 360, was that the one thing that was different from one generation to the next one was exactly that, was Kinect, was the motion controllers. And granted, it was a sinking ship, and people were already disliking the idea and the concept of motion controllers, but moving from the PS3 to the PS4, there was no really any change. The only change there was in performance and in visual fidelity and the amount of pixels that you could put on a screen, the amount of assets that you can have a screen at once, the amount of polygons, the amount of all of those things. And I get it; those are important. You need those to make a real generational leap. But in terms of possibility, Kinect opened up a whole new world of possible potential things that could be done with it. And there was never really a killer app that made that world enticing. That was a problem with Kinect. And now it's forgotten technology, but I still look at it and I still have it in my home. I still use it every day with voice commands. But that's what it is now. It's a microphone. That's what my Kinect has turned into. And granted, for Skype, it's an amazing camera. That also, it's a 1080p camera, which is fairly hard to find in today's market. And it has a variable zoom, and it recognizes you, and it moves with you. It's a very, very cool camera. But that's all there is to it now. It's a camera and it's a microphone, and most of the time it's just a microphone, and that's very sad. But it had a lot of potential. So I still think that if in a parallel world where someone, I don't know who, where Ubisoft or where, I don't know, a big house, a big huge developer sat down and said, let's do something great for Kinect, and they did something for Kinect, and that was a great product, the future could be shaping up to be a very different one. Because I really thought back then, and I still think now, that just as VR it is the novelty and the big cool innovation thing of today's gaming landscape, Kinect had that opportunity, and Kinect had the potential for being that. It sadly wasn't, and it sadly won't be anymore, and I've come to accept that. But I still like the hell out of that thing. I love it. I really think it's great technology that was never used, and it's sad that it's never reached that potential, right? So that's my unpopular opinion. Kinect is a good thing. Kinect was a very good thing, or a very good idea.
Wow. That was moving.
Yeah, I know, right? It turned very emotional at some point.
I think that's the best speech you've ever given. And probably the best one you'll ever give.
Yeah, absolutely. And probably the best thing someone has ever said about Kinect, too.
It was very emotional. Very, very well put on, yeah? So your unpopular gaming opinion is that you love the Kinect.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow. Yeah, I just said the Kinect turned out to be a microphone for me as well. And I think through the streams,
Right, yeah, it's good for that too.
How we use it on Saturday with voice chat with more than one people on one room.
Yeah, absolutely,
That
for
was
Sea of Thieves. Yeah.
That was a great thing because we were able to talk with you
Mm-hmm.
and listen to you on TV and talk at the TV and having you listen to us. That was
Absolutely.
great.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a great thing that is not possible on the PS4, right?
Right.
Or without the Kinect on the Xbox One. That was great. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Very, very good answer. I like it. Spot on. Very good answer.